Hello Internet, welcome back to our Crusader Kings 3 series. Let's take a look at the world around us. We haven't done that in a while. France still being blob, Lotharingia, Brittany, all that still exists. England is not formed, Ireland is not formed, Spain's not doing so well. Papacy is quite big, which is not a huge surprise. And yeah, we're going to stick to our little realm here. I keep saying I want to have a little bit more of an inward focus and focus on our own realm, but we don't have money or prestige to do very much. We don't have enough to claim this this is our own, correct? Yeah, we need one more county. We could look at going to war with Shaland. They are quite strong, very similar in strength to us, which is concerning. We could spend more prestige on more men-at-arms, but of course we're trying to raise our prestige so that we can form a kingdom. Can't go to war with you for another 3 years. How many years? 81. Another year. Low county control in Headmark, yes we know, which reduced our levies unfortunately. Shady discussion. I'm passing through the castle gardens for a morning walk when a soft breeze carries the voices of Klaus and Bragi to my ear. Two courtiers are talking to each other in a secluded spot nearby, frequently glancing around to make sure no one is listening. So who are you? My champion and my champion. So no one of importance. While it is hard to make out what their words are from a distance, it is clear that their discussion relates to Chieftain Bjorn. Who's that? You're my vassal and my marshal. I must warn Bjorn. Bjorn will like me more, but these two guys will like me less, but they don't mean anything to me, so I don't really care. I could get closer and have a very good chance that I lose piety and gain stress. I must know what they're hiding. I will gain 20 dread and torture them, which I will learn the subject of their conversation. Feel like torturing them, will make them not like me, or I'm sure it's probably nothing. I say we torture them, because dread is good, and we have a very good chance of getting like a secret on our vassal. Alternatively, we could make him like us more, but he probably is maxed out. Yeah, I mean, we gave him all this land, so torture them. Torture them. Takes a while to loose the two prisoners' tongues, but my jailer is a patient man. After several hours of interrogation, they're ready to confess. An unsavory habit of Chieftain Bjorn I was completely unaware of. A harsh price. We learn about his child heritage. He is a bastard. Harsh price for vital information. Okay, so what can we do with that, right? So we have this Jarl. Or, I'm sorry, he's a chief. He's a chief. We have a hook on you. What can I do with that hook? Blackmail. Sorry, we don't have a hook. We have a secret. We could create a hook. It will make him 100% chance of getting a strong hook because he's a bastard. Yeah, but he won't... It won't make him like me less? Okay, blackmail him. It did lower his opinion, even though it didn't say it would lower his opinion, which it makes sense that it would, but I do wish that would have been in the tooltip. So we now have a strong hook on him. What does that mean? What can I do? Use the hotkeys. What can I do with this hook? We have a lot of hooks on our children. Secrets. Ivar, my current spy master, is an illegitimate child of Mayor and Chieftain Bjorn. Oh, I didn't realize that. But we have a pretty good hook on him, and we murdered a Jarl. Oh well. What can I do with this hook? Revoke his title. We don't have authority. Throw him in jail. We don't have authority. What, nothing about this has to do with the secret. I thought you could negotiate like an advanced thing with them. It looks like all we can do is jail him, and I don't know why we would do that. What can I do with my children? Too far away to interact. Oh, it's my sister. What can I do with the hook on my child? Imprison them. Hook available. Yeah, but why would I? Okay, why don't we raise crown authority, by the way, so that we can... Oh, it costs piety, or prestige. We're trying to save our prestige for buildings and things. Why don't we build something in Ott Runes? 0.4, 0.3. So do we want more levies or do we want money? I think we still want levies. We're trying to consolidate militarily. Levies are just way more valuable. Give me a palisade. 3 years left. Okay, we don't have enough to do another thing. We probably should go raiding. We haven't done that in quite a while. And then when we finish raiding, we'll go to war and conquer this last little province here. Can I make this? No, I have none of the holdings in that duchy. That's fine. We're going to go back to war with Opland at some point now that they're weaker due to our taking their capital and other wars going on. It's going to be several years till we're able to do that, however. So, for the time being, we're going to focus our attention here. But let's do some raiding. Why don't we go to Oh, but we should let our men replenish. Because I don't think these guys get raised as raiders. Can I raise just my levies as raiders? No. I don't want to raise these guys. How do I raise a single... I just want the levies unraised? Yeah, I just want them. Okay. I don't know how you raise individual levies. So that's a point of annoyance. Let's check if we just go here and we just want to raise like the levies from this area. Go to location. No. I don't want to raise all of my army. Okay. I don't know how you do this. It doesn't matter. Let's unpause. We'll kill some time. Let our men replenish. We're losing men. Why am I losing men? +6 per month? Why was it going down? Your neighbor, King Bjorn, has won against Chieftain in the Blekkinger. That's odd. Opland actually won that war. I'm surprised. Oh, that was the war in Europe, or in England that he was fighting. Did you take Opland? Can I see all of the nation's borders? You won. You didn't seem to take anything. Italy's in war down there. Okay. Really getting concerned about Sweden and the size of Sweden. We do have a powerful ally, but I am getting concerned. Anyway, let's continue replenishing our numbers for a bit here. I think we'll actually go raid England instead of raiding locally because there's just more value up there. What are you doing in my land? Neutral army. Recently disembarked. How? So that's like a week-long debuff? I thought it was only if you disembarked into battle. But it looks like that maintains for several days. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Lost against the prince in the Opland conquest of Lordship of Marianeth. Oh, he lost that war. I see. What an odd... Okay. What an odd series of events. So it looks like he defended successfully against whoever was invading him up here. Metalpad, I think. But he lost his war in England, which is totally fine. Anyway, let's continue waiting on our men to replenish. We could set our marshal to do that, to increase our levies, but we would rather have him working on control. Is there anything else our council can do for us? What are you doing? Foreign affairs? No. Deal with... No, you suck. Don't do anything. You're going to screw everything up. Spy Masters supporting schemes. We don't need that. We're not doing schemes at the moment. Go ahead and disrupt enemy schemes. Marshal, you're working hard on control. You're collecting taxes. Why don't you increase development? Wait a minute. Increase development and construct faster? Yeah, why don't you go here and help them construct more quickly? And then my priestess is improving religious relations, which increases our piety. We don't need her to fabricate claims, so that is fine. Pass a little bit of time here. Mostly have been enjoying Crusader Kings 3. There are little things about it that I dislike. Why are you sieging one of my holdings? You're at war with my son. No, this isn't my son. My son's down here. Neighboring Jarl won against Metalpad. So someone defended... Oh, Metalpad is gone. Okay. I don't really understand who took what, but... Why are you at war with my vassal? You're defending. Why didn't it give me an alert that my vassal is at war? What do you think you're doing? Horde of... I would like to see... It's a Peasant Revolt. Oh. You still should have alerted me. Peasant Revolt will lower control in the county. I don't really care if they succeed. That's fine. They're not going to like supplant him from the throne or anything, and if they do, we'll just take it back. So again, want my men to replenish. They're not really replenishing. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here that's causing them to kind of stagnate at 1700. They're only getting +2 per month. I don't really understand. Available perks, great. We can now sell titles. Like, this whole tree has been useless. We're never going to sell titles. Why would I do that? You know, we just want the main trait, which will give us more stewardship, which is better taxes, and it might increase our domain limit. Regardless, let's raise our men as raiders. Does that also raise the men at arms? It does. So we're losing piety now every month because they cost 0.8 piety per month. I mean, we're not going to lose... sorry, we're losing prestige, but we're not going to lose prestige. We're still going to be in a net positive, but... We're going to send our whole army out here to raid, which is probably a terrible decision. In fact... No, send them all. I was going to say we'll send a sliver of them, but like to maintain a force at home. But really, you know, if we're going to get into battles or something, the more is better. So our county is nearly at maximum. So let's move you over to Hedmork. And let's send our army. Who is nearby that we could siege? Lotharingia. You're mostly baronies. If I go into England, I bet you have, yeah, churches and stuff. You're mostly, like, just baronies, huh? And some cities? I mean, you're close. I would like to stay close to home, just in case we have to retreat in a defensive war. So let's head over here and see what we can raid. And we're going to pay a lot of attention to our raiders, because if they raise an army, we want to get in and get out. Who's next door? East Francia? How strong are you, East Francia? Where's your flag? Up here. You're pretty weak. So we could probably take East Francia. How strong is Lotharingia? Pretty dang strong. So we don't want to upset them too much. We are, unfortunately, taking attrition. 1% a month is not that bad. We just want to keep our eyes open for incoming enemy military. Okay, so we raided there. We only got 4 gold. Okay. Let's move. Will result in 100 casualties. 100 casualties. I wish, and this is not the first time this has come up, I wish it would explain why I'm going to take casualties here. It does not explain. Move will result in 100 casualties. Please tell me why. I have 1,600 men. The supply limit is more than that. Why am I going to take 100 casualties? This has a very high supply limit. This has a very high supply limit. Why would I lose men? We're taking attrition no matter where we go. Go back to sea. I wish it would explain this. It doesn't explain any of that. It says that there's a huge supply limit. Okay, we're not going to take casualties here. Let's wait for the disembarked penalty. Oh, it takes like a month to go away? That's really important. We're going to have to keep an eye on that. Okay. Okay, no attrition. 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 Why? Okay. I don't know. I don't know why. We're never probably going to find out why. It probably has something to do. 3,000 men, huh? Why are you hostile to me? County of Bremen. No, I want to see the army. East Francia. I literally just looked and you only had like... Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. You're weak. Where is East Francia's flag? Show me East Francia. You. Oh, tons of men. Okay, guys. Time to go. Get on the boat, please. Get out of here. Oh, so we lost all the gold we just made. And our men are going to shatter all the way back to our realm. Pretty annoying. Following the death sentence of a lowly thief, I asked my son Adar what he thought. He expressed doubts about whether any god could want a realm to be ruled by such harsh law. Do not expect to see Odin's justice, which will give him cynical, which is not great, because it makes people not like us. We can gain some stress, which would put us over the threshold, so we're not going to do either of these, unfortunately. which would give him temperate or just, which are pretty good traits, but cynical it is. Really frustrated that we lost all those men there. I'm a little frustrated as well, like their flag doesn't pop up. So I thought this was their flag, and okay. And I still don't understand the attrition thing. I'm getting really frustrated by the attrition thing because it just doesn't tell me what is happening. It just tells me I'm going to take attrition. And it's not just because we're in like a foreign country. Like maybe it's because we're supposed to stick to the coast, but like it's also happening when we're at war, and it does not explain why it happens. It just happens. So getting pretty frustrated by some of this little stuff, you know, and I'm sure if I were a better player, I would know and I would understand what is happening, but I'm not. I'm a new player, and you know, you expect tooltips and things to explain stuff, and when they don't, it is a point of frustration. You're a raider as well. Okay, looks like we're going here. I was going to raid this because it has 20 gold, but there's another group of raiders going for it. We finished constructing our palisade. Honestly, this has been a huge bust. We should just head back and disband so that we can recover for going to war with them, because that truce will end in... Oh, what? Jarl of Opland of East Francia. Oh, yeah, no. So our truce with them has already expired. We should go home, recoup, and take their land. I'm really frustrated that that army kind of came out of nowhere, and we were in a bad position. You know, obviously trying to embark is much slower than moving between two really close counties and stuff. Let me guess, am I going to take attrition? I'm not. So let's go raid. Who are you? Estonia? Sorry, Estonia. After 5 years, the funds I set aside for the patronage of my gardener Error has run out. I can now choose whether or not to renew my patronage for another 5 years or let him go. 50 gold for another piety per month. We are trying to boost our piety as much as possible to try and get up to illustrious. 50 gold, though. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. We're going to go to war. We might capture some people we can ransom, blah, blah, etc. So, we should have saved some of those prisoners instead of killing them all, because they, at this point, would have recovered enough for us to ransom them for cash. Increased control. They lost deserting levies, which is great. It means there are more men available to us. And our court chaplain's average learning skill. It keeps saying that despite the fact that she's a 14, which is not average at all. So it's the little things. You know, this happens a lot with games I play, you know, and people get annoyed by it. Only 3 gold in that province, huh? Let's just head home. This has been a huge bust. Hugely unpleasant experience, this raid. I guess that's my fault for not really understanding better what I'm doing. But the... honestly, we could have just kept raiding here if the dang attrition thing explained to me what was happening. This happens a lot with games I play. You know, I think people get frustrated by hearing complaints, but, you know, ultimately, some complaints are totally valid. Like, people don't seem to understand that. People are like, anytime you complain, you're like the worst person in the world. And I don't think that that's fair. I do think that if someone is going to... If someone makes a game, it's perfectly legitimate to have certain complaints. I like the game overall, and I'm a fan of the game. So I don't think it's unfair of me to say, like, hey, these small things are frustrating to me. We can form an alliance with Chieftain Scully, which is our son. I'm not sure why we're not already in an alliance with him, because he is our son and vassal, which is fine. Sure, we'll go into an alliance. He is our child. Sure. Can demand payment from Chieftain Bjorn. Because we have a secret on him, we can get him to pay us, but he's pretty broke at the moment. How'd that peasant war shake out, my friend? Yep, they won. Big surprise. Not a huge concern. We're going to let our levies replenish, of course. Alliance has been formed. So now we will have our son supporting us as well with his handful of men, which is also being penalized by a lack of control. That should really be his problem. Hopefully he has his own council that is increasing control. Yeah, you have been talking to my person. It has been a shameful diplomatic display. Yeah, so King Bjorn, unfortunately, of Sweden now dislikes us due to our diplomat being terrible. He is, unfortunately, you know, our vassal, and we don't have another position for him, so if he's not on the council, he'll be angry. And we kind of don't want him to be angry. Increasing control, watching the levies replenish. My computer is taking off. It sounds like it's a jet engine because I'm on speed 5. To the thoughtful Jarl Tor of Agder, I call on you to duty of our alliance to join me in the Gillander conquest of the Duchy of Galicia. Where that? Go there? Are you serious, dude? You're going to war with Spain? It's not even a big... It's Asturias. I will accept, but I'm not doing anything. Like... What happens if I decline? He will dislike me for a year? How much do you like me now? Barely? Yeah, we don't want him to cut off the alliance, so we will accept. It's very unlikely that they will come do something to us. Hopefully they will target the enemy first as a priority because we are just a side person. We'll accept the war, but we're not actually going to go to that war. Peasants in the chiefdom of Agdecide are in a good mood. The harvest is bountiful, the roads are safe, and the village elders are talking nonsensical stories of cows producing honey-laden milk and geese laying golden eggs. Peasants are praising me for their fortune and have sent a delegation carrying gifts. We can accept for 15 gold. We can send our soldiers to go like beat more money out of them, which would be terrible. Like the penalty we take is not worth an extra 60 gold. Or they need it more than I do, which will increase their development growth and their popular opinion. I don't really need you to like me more than you already do. I'll take your gift. Thank you kindly. That will go right into the treasury. So we want to go to war here. You've joined the Islander conquest of the Duchy of Galicia. Maybe they'll win. I mean, they're quite strong. Our ally is quite strong. I'm just... Oh, and Brittany is part of the war? I wish I knew that prior to acceptance. Who all is involved in this war? It's me, Shayland, and Yland versus Brittany and East Francia. Oh, no. And Asturias. East Francia is very strong, as we just learned. I don't know if you can do it, guys. I'm certainly not going to be doing any real work here. We're going to go to war with these guys. Because it's not directly our war, we're not going to lose any land if we fail. And in fact, it's an offensive war, so our allies are not going to lose any land if we lose. Although it will weaken them, which will therefore weaken our alliances. For now, raise our armies. Oh, no, we want to go to war. Sorry, I didn't declare war. You are a very large man. Can't declare war because we have armies raised. Go ahead and dismiss our levies. Sorry about that. Disband. Levies will take up to 56 days to return home, making it take longer to raise them again. Yeah, but will I lose any of them? Sure. We just have to wait like 2 months. Not a big deal. Okay. Let's unlock the new perk so we can finally get Avaricious, which is great. Did that increase our domain limit? It did not. So that's a bit of a bummer. But it is a trait, and now we can start working on a tree that actually means something to us. Hello, giant man. I would like to go to war with you. Must not be a sinner? Oh, that's a huge problem. I wish it would have... So if you didn't know, in the last episode, we made a decision that said it would lower our level of devotion. And when I looked at this, it did not list a lower level of devotion. It just showed these. So I did not actually know. It just showed these levels here. I did not know there was a level below that it chooses not to tell me about. So I am now a sinner, which means I cannot declare war, which is hugely frustrating because, of course, the game did not tell me that. The game did not in any way let me know that that would be a thing that happened. So I'm very frustrated, and we're not even close to the next level of devotion. So we are now tied. We cannot actually do anything to benefit ourselves and grow our domain. That is super frustrating. We're going to go to war, raise our levies. We're going to go raid West Francia to hopefully get some prisoners and execute, because they'll be Catholic. Are you Catholic? How do I see your... Yes. They'll be Catholic, which means executing their prisoners will give us an increased piety. So we would like to go ahead and embark to the thoughtful... I call you to join the conquest of the county of Nice. So now you're attacking France. Gardania. So these people are trying to conquer France. Oh, it's in Burgundy at the moment. In the future France. Nice is part of modern day France. Pretty dumb that you're going into all these wars, my ally. You're starting to frustrate me. I really don't want to go into another war, especially because I don't know. Currently, it only lists these 2 engaged parties, but obviously it's going to be more people than that. Who are you allied with, Burgundy? I would like to see... No, show me your ruler. No one is currently ruling it. I don't want this. Show me... Oh, it's part of Lotharingia at the moment. Okay, who is in charge of Lotharingia? Yeah, look at all these alliances, and it doesn't mention that anywhere here. We're going to go to war with like 7 people? This is getting ridiculous. I'm going to decline. 20 opinion for 3 years. Oh, it's a defensive war in the conquest of Nice. How is it a defensive war? It's not... I don't understand. Defending against King of Godariki as part of the conquest. How? Oh, you're this tiny little thing that you own. You're defending against them. Well, how strong are you? Hugely powerful. Sure, this is not going to end up terrible. I feel like we're going to be on the losing side of a couple wars here. Yeah, enemy allies, big surprise, have joined the war. Who would have seen that coming? Certainly not me. Getting frustrated. Following the death sentence of a lowly thief, my son Ottar, I asked him what he thought. He claimed he had learned a lesson about not reaching for more than one can handle. Overreaching is terribly dangerous. He gets temperate, which is not a terrible trait. Or we can make him just or cynical. He's already cynical. Aren't you the one that's cynical? No. You're temperate. You are cynical. So what is cynical? Okay. He already has temperate. He keeps the trait temperate. I see. He would lose it in exchange for something else. Well, he's already cynical. Keep temperate. Temperate's pretty good. Accusations of witchcraft. Bloodstained cloth. Crow's feathers. Strange smelling king. We've had this before. Release her. It upsets the peasants. We can burn her for her crimes. Who are you? Who are you to me? Oh, you're really good at learning. I don't think you're anything to me. You're a genius. Oh, we would love to get you to make babies for me and have baby geniuses, although we have 1 million kids already. Satisfied peasants for 5 years. Honestly, we desperately need the piety, so we burn her. Sorry, lady. This is a macro decision. Sorry about that. So we have some military here. We just want to capture some peasants, frankly. Yep, look at all that coming to war. Big surprise. Everybody hates each other. Who are you? Of Brenna. Lutetia. I just want to pop in and steal some peasants and stuff. What does this mean? Embarked. Undersupplied. Why are you undersupplied? And there's no pop-up to tell me what is happening? Uh-huh. Okay. Annoying. I really wish they had done more with the pop-ups in this game. So they're raiding, but they're not against us. All we want to do is capture some people to burn at the stake. That's all I want out of this war. Now you're hostile. Where did you come from? Did you just raise troops? How did you raise troops when there were enemy armies there? Please don't come to war with me. They're also refreshing men more than I am, so I'm a little concerned about that. Did we get anyone? No. Take the barony of Wolgast. It appears to be a capital of some sort since they raised their army there. Kjolfa comes of age. This is our heir, I believe. Currently is my heir. Proud to see my son, no longer a child, but as an adult. For the longest time, I was hoping the good tutelage would be enough to teach Kjolfa the intricacies of warfare. I was naive. Oh no. Only developed a basic understanding, but at least he has learned how to manage an army. I can only hope the rest will come. They grow up so fast. He gains the trait Tough Soldier, which is acceptable, and Holy Warrior. Faith Hostility Advantage. I don't know what that means. So in battle, if he's fighting heathens, he'll get a bonus. That sounds fine. Great. Congratulations, son. Why are you wearing a soldier's helmet, by the way? You should not be part of my champions. Kjotva, my son, heir, and champion. Yeah, no. No, son. You will not be fighting in war because you're my heir. Although, we could get some of our sons killed and make succession a little bit easier on ourselves. Are you guys raiding me? No? I do think they're going to focus on Yilland here because that's the main aggressor in all of this. But I am concerned for our men as well. Okay, we've captured... Okay. 3 others. Excellent. Okay. Siege 1. Enemy ally. Yeah, big surprise. I do think we're going to end up getting raided, and it's going to be really hard on our realm to reform our control. Really need to get our piety back up so we can start warring for our realm. Really frustrated that lowered me a full level like that. So we got some prisoners. Let's take a look at this. You're a countess. You're probably worth a fair bit. 50 gold. Sure. What do I get if I execute you? 50 piety. Because they're... Isn't it always 50 piety? I thought we got more for burning heretics. Or, you know, whatever you call someone of another religion. Okay. And is there anyone... Are you all... You would all be from the same court because we captured this holding. It would all be from that court. Who are you? Prisoner. House Wolgast. House Besanum. Spouse Count Hans of Wolgast. So they're all from Wolgast. Okay. Ransom her. I mean, if we're going to ransom someone, I'd rather ransom the kid. 50 gold. Done. Because I would rather execute everyone else for piety. Burn at the stake. Oh no, you don't like me now. Oh. Unlawfully executed family. Psh, your laws mean nothing to me. He's already considering a proposal. Why is executing them count as a proposal? But we're going to move our men back out to sea because I don't know. Embark cost 5. It costs me gold to embark. Is that right? Oh, we got a ton of money influx, so I don't know. You accept my ransom. Can you ransom more? You do have a lot more gold. What about you? 40 gold. Let's get the other kid out of here. And then burn this guy at the stake. Can't burn him because he's considering my... Okay. Ransom. Great. So now they're out of money. So, hate to break it to you, bro. They have no money for you. So, boop. Burned at the stake. Great. Okay. So we're recovering our piety. We're getting there. The war will certainly help with that. Currently quite a lot of armies up here. Big surprise. I don't think they need to siege us in order to... We also can't separate peace. So like I can't say I want out of the war. Only the leader can do that. They are winning the war in Galicia or Galicia. Which seems like a terrible thing. You should have focused much more on defense. We could have all consolidated together our military and protected your homeland. So for some random place in Spain you've gone to war for, or Portugal, I guess, would be at the very edge. Where does Portugal lie exactly? Is it the whole side, or is it only like part of like the I don't know. Is it called a subcontinent? I don't think it is. Spain's not that big. Like India is referred to as a subcontinent. But India is much more, obviously much larger than Spain. I don't know what you call Spain exactly. But anyway, does Portugal extend the entire like side, or is it like just part of Spain? Anyway, it doesn't matter. So they went to war down there for some rando province instead of defending their homeland because the AI is stupid. Where else can I be opportunistic? Brittany's pretty small. They might have like soldiers defending. I think East Francia is going to be our main whipping boy. So let's head all the way around here. And they're going to move into Shaland as well afterwards, I think. But it doesn't matter that much. I see an army that dissipated. Anyway, we should call the episode. But we're going to continue these wars in our next episode. Unfortunately, this is not going to go anywhere. Our guy is going to lose at least one of these 2 wars. So we'll see what happens. But for now, that's going to do it. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you're not too upset with me for being, annoyed by certain game elements. And hopefully you're not mad that I don't know what I'm doing. So for now, that's it. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you in the next episode.